In today's video, we're going to do it so tags work like roles. So if you know in rooms 1.0, uh, tags no in 1.0 uh rules roles that's what I meant. For roles, you can make it so you can fly once the player has this role. So what we're going to do, we're going to have it so uh if you have a specific tag onto the player, it would allow the player to fly. So let's get started. First thing that we should need is we should need our maker pen. To do that, we're gonna go into our backpack, tools, as we are right now, and we're gonna press use on our maker pen. We're gonna grab it, and we're gonna go over here. We're gonna make we're gonna search up for event because we're gonna use a lot of events for this tutorial. First things first, what we're going to do, we're gonna set up an event 15 hertz. So we're gonna spawn an event definition. We're gonna go and get an event receiver. First things first, let's put the snapping on surface. Event receiver. We're gonna configure the event receiver to be update 30 hertz. We're gonna go back into our palette. We're gonna get an event sender. We're not gonna wire the event sender up yet. We're gonna configure the event sender to be the event definition, and we're gonna configure the event definition to be update. Oh, 15. And we're gonna put the type as float. I'm gonna put in delta time. And then we're gonna. Did I not do this? See. Hertz. I'm gonna submit that. I'm guessing I didn't submit it. That's why. So we're gonna get a delay, like the delay into the update 30 hertz. We're gonna wire after delay cancel, and we're gonna make the delay 0.0333. And once cancels, we're going to execute it, and we're gonna wire the data table to data time. That's what I meant. Sorry, I was working with data tables before, but we're gonna wire delta time to delta time. What it basically allows us to do, it allows us to check if the event sender is actually being executed. If we go and grab event receiver, spawn that in, we're gonna configure it, scroll all the way down, and as you can see, it's actually being executed because the numbers are changing. Okay, now for the tag system, or should I say fly system, we're going to search up for um, if. So if, and we're gonna wire that up. If, then we're gonna get a or. We're gonna wire the result up to the constant condition. That's what I meant. Condition, not constant. Okay, now we're gonna search up for room. Oh wait, player get is room owner and room contributor. We're gonna plug in the result, which already happened, and we're gonna plug in the result for contributor 2 to the input. Now we have to add the tags, so we're gonna search up for tag, add tag. But as you can see that it's trying to add a tag every single time. So to let that not happen, we're going to instead do it so it happens every single time that a player joins. It's gonna check every single time that the player joins. It's gonna check if the local player, but it's going to check for all. That's why I didn't wire the target, which is the player, up to the target over here, because I don't want this to. I want this to execute for every player. If, for example, if I add someone to be like a contributor, once a player joined, it would only then allow that player to have the fly role, which would be a lot better. But if you have an update, that checks if the permission changes for a player, then then you can put this up right here and just wire it up there. But now what we're going to do, we're going to search up for local player. Well, we're going to search up for get local player, not local player. And then we're going to wire that up to target. We're going to configure the tag to be fly. And then we're gonna wire that then to the tag. Now, what this is going to allow us to do is allow us to add the tag to the player if the player didn't already have the tag. To check if the player didn't already have the tag, we're gonna move that over there, and we're gonna add another if chip. And we're going to also search up for has tag. Also, we're gonna wire the tag to be the player and configure the tag to be fly. And then has tag. Oh, okay. And then we're gonna wire the then to the if, and then condition. So the condition checks if the player has tag. If the player does not have the tag, it's going to add the tag. So else wire that to add the tag. Now this is actually going to check if once a player joins, it's going to check, hey, is a local player in the room? Is are you the local player, a room owner or a room contributor? If you are one of these, then it's going to say the result to be, hey, you're supposed to be true. So the constant condition will say, hey, you're true. So what this allows us to do is for the if chip to say, hey, you're supposed to execute the then, execute through the then, and then if once that executes to then, it's going to check for the condition to be false for us to, and then if the condition is false, it's going to execute after it's once it's else. Also, I would prefer doing this once. I would also prefer cloning the event the receiver off a bit and configuring it to be once room reset. Because once the room reset, all tags will be automatically removed by the system. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is actually we're going to use the this time we're going to use 15 hertz, which is the system that we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing the brains of the tag to allow the player to fly. So again, we're gonna clone the event receiver down here, configure the event receiver to be update not 30 hertz but 15 hertz, and then we're gonna have an if, because we want to check if the player has the proper tag. And then again, we're gonna clone the local player. So if that local player has the tag, which is the condition, then what we want it to do is allow the player to fly. So search up for fly, and the player said can fly. So then, alright. Before we actually plug this in, we're gonna get we're gonna clone F chip again. Then we're going to get a player get can fly to check if the player can fly. I can't fly, so that's good. So then, if the player can't fly, it's going to check if the player, and then it's going to execute so the player can fly. Now if I exit and fly, you can see that I can fly and everything should work. If something doesn't work out, then put it in the comments. I'll try to reply as soon as I see it. So if you like this tutorial, leave a like on the video. If you didn't, well, it ain't my fault. So see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.